feels so official with this guy with a bunch of bike tires on the back of his motorcycle. It's just like we're in the Tour de France. And guys, I'm here with Meg Fisher.
Good morning, sunshine.
Good morning. And I don't think it's too much to assume that you're one of the para-athletes here.
I am one of the para-athletes, yeah. I work with Rebecca's team to create the paracycling category. I'm Dr. Meg Fisher. I have 11 world championships, 4 medals from the games, 1 gold, 2 silvers, and a bronze.
My God.
After retiring from the national team, I've leaned into gravel. Like my roots after my injury were in mountain biking.
Okay.
However, it wasn't a Paralympic sport, so I first did triathlon. I was the first female challenge athlete to ever do Xterras. And then it was the off-road triathlon.
Oh, cool.
So yeah, open water swimming, mountain biking, trail running. And then I got picked up by the national para triathlon team. And then from there I went on to the road team. Sport's been really good to me.
Wow.
My degree is in physical therapy as well as athletic training, and I see the bike basically as a form of a wheelchair. It's hugely empowering for us all. Like, we could all go easier, faster, further using this cool technology called the wheel.
Yes.
And so I only have 1 leg, and after my injury I was told I'd never walk again, and I was using the more conventional wheelchairs. However, I learned that biking doesn't hurt me. I can ride, and professionally I've developed the skill sets to help people through injury and explore their abilities. So I've found that the bike is one way to do it, and I'm motivated to help people redefine their abilities and learn that they're more capable than they know.
That is so cool.
Whether you have 2 legs, 2 arms, all your neurological functions, range of motion, what have you, like, I really believe we're all more capable than we know, and it's not until we lean into those challenges do we like find that out, how resilient and strong. So like, I want people to explore that, find the joy in the hard, maybe the joy in the suffering. So I use a human-powered machine, even though I'm slower than anybody else with 2 legs. Well, I'm not slower than, but like...
I think you're faster than me.
You know what I mean, like... like, everything's easier with a machine.
Yeah.
At least in the bike world, I want, where possible, people to find the joy in what their bodies can do.
I've done a ton of touring, and people are always like, well, what do I have to do to get out there and do it? Or like, how do I do it? And you know, you really just have to take what you have and go start small.
Yeah.
Start easy, and I think you'll surprise yourself.
Yeah.
Riding the Great Divide.
Yes.
It was interesting going from burnt out areas to the forest.
Yes.
And I almost, I guess it's weird to say, but I almost appreciated the openings from the burnt out areas just to be able to see some of the landscape around me. And like, you hope, like, okay, hopefully it's a healthy natural fire, because I know the the forest industry lights their own fires sometimes.
Yeah, prescribed burns.
Yeah,
burn.
Yeah. Like there's some, like, I'm thinking specifically of the area north of Whitefish.
Yep.
On the Great Divide, right outside of Glacier.
Yeah, Libby and Eureka. Man, it is awesome to hear about your adventures.
Thank you.
So where are you living these days?
Nice big gray van right now.
Yeah.
But I'm from the Midwest, and so I apologize and say thank you for everything.
What are your thoughts on tater tot hot dish?
Oh, hot dish is a classic for Thanksgiving, Christmas, any family gathering, and
Sign of love, isn't it?
it's amazing. Yeah, like tater tots, like you said, green beans and some hamburger meat, bunch of gravy. I don't know, it sounds like home.
First time I went to Minneapolis, I had this delicacy most of us are familiar with nachos. In Minneapolis, I had tachos.
Tachos.
Everything you can put on nachos, but on tater tots.
Oh my gosh. Just the comfort food on top of comfort food. Wow.
I think Martha Stewart would have been proud.
Company I'm with makes this bag, and they make racks. So it's more of a bike packing company, and that's my background.
Oh, brilliant.
Yeah. So
well, like I said, it's a passion, but it's growing.
Chipmunk. Didn't kill him.
It's growing an opportunity in the off-road space because so many people with physical impairments are kind of limited, or their pursuits might be channeled, and I want them to see that the off-road space, the mountain biking, like with bags or racks, like one of my impairments to getting to more bike packing is, how do I store my other leg when I go off-road?
Oh my god.
So I bike pack tour more to Yellowstone every year before the road opens to cars, and I have to carry my leg on my back because I don't have another way yet. And that's just one example. Like,
oh, so you hear that, Old Man Mountain? Sounds like we need to get this lady a rack and some nice bags to hold her leg while she's riding.
Yeah, I like to say two legs too easy.
Yeah.
So yeah, like I am interested in bike packing. Right now, I've been able to get a small sliver of light shown on the para community. So I've gotten paracycling into Grinduro events, led all of lifetime events. So like Leadville, 2 weekends ago I did Lead Boat, which is Leadville on Saturday and Steamboat's Black Horse on Sunday. I was the first para athlete to ever do that. And I think we all have scars, right? Like most of them are hidden behind our eyes or our sunglasses. I can't really hide mine.
Yeah.
And I think it's just a representation of the obstacles we all have. So.
And I thought it was really interesting speaking with Gene and Dave last week. They're like really good advocates for the para community, and they said there are a lot of people with less visible disabilities.
100%.
And they're like, we're almost lucky that people see us in a wheelchair and they know. And there are a lot of people with other impairments.
So the World Health Organization came out with a study last fall that 15% of the world's population lives with a permanent physical impairment. And all of us will experience an impairment at some point.
Yeah.
The most common injury is a sprained ankle.
Okay.
Thankfully, temporary.
It seems like it's rather hard for you to sprain your ankle now. At least one of them now, too.
My left ankle, I can't sprain it.
Yeah.
It kind of always hurts, though.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I get it.
How was racing the Leadville 200?
Oh, Unbound 200?
Or what was it?
I've done Unbound 3 times.
Unbound, okay.
So that's one of the largest gravel events in the world.
Where's
Emporia, Kansas.
Emporia,
in
Kansas?
The Flint Hills.
Okay.
It's absolutely kind of like the last place you might think. I mean,
it's not the Dirty Kansas.
Yes, the Dirty Kansas became Unbound.
Oh, okay.
Yep. So Dirty Kansas, after a lot of community discussion, they thought it's best that they rename it.
Okay.
Kind of like Land Run became Mid-South.
All right.
And just so like our cultures are always evolving, right? Like, people are trying to do the best they can. No one's out there trying to be disrespectful,
right,
be mean or anything like that. And so, yeah, like there was a paracycling category Unbound this year. It's a lifetime event. Was there, like I said, at Leadville, one of the most iconic mountain bike races. It'll be at, it's happening.
Yeah, very cool.
Yeah, Rebecca was the first race to officially recognize paracycling in the off-road space
That is awesome.
last year. I did do Gravel Worlds a couple years ago, and they gave me an honorary rainbow jersey. It wasn't yet recognized, and now it is. So Gravel Worlds happened, I think, last weekend. I think some new Pirates of the Gravel Seas were crowned. And, I was at up in Whitefish at the Last Best Ride, which also included a paracycling category.
Nice. That area is so beautiful in Whitefish.
Oh yeah.
I worked this summer in Butte, Montana.
Oh, beautiful Butte. Yes.
I love Butte. Yeah.
Homestake Pass.
Yeah. It's like it's a dream of mine to move to Montana or Alaska.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. I love it.
Yeah, I think our country has some beautiful places, and bikes allow us to explore it
Yeah.
in pretty unique ways. You ever read Zen and the Art of Motorcycle Maintenance?
I listened to it on my last tour, and I've read it before too. I love Zen and the Art of Motorcycle
Oh
Maintenance.
gosh, well I think that, like, I've applied a lot of it to biking, and one of the most beautiful things that he wrote about to me that always stuck with me was like in a car, it's temperature regulated.
Yeah.
You have your own soundtrack, and you're looking through everything like it's on a TV screen.
Yeah.
Everything's framed.
I know the
glass.
exact quote you're talking about.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Whereas when you're on your bike, for him it's motorbike, but
It's the exact same for cycle touring.
that's what I mean. Like, we feel the vibrations.
You are part of your environment.
That is what he said. Yes.
Yeah.
Like yesterday, you could feel like how the ecotones change and
Yeah.
the pockets of warm and cool air.
You know that's by Minnesota out there.
I had no idea.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, brilliant.
Yeah. What are these guys doing?
It's the wrong way.
Yeah, you guys are going the wrong way.
Morning.
Morning.
No, those kids are just probably doing Sunday's big day. I think it was Josh Berry.
There are a lot of people who just come out for the main event, aren't there?
Yeah. Oh, because it's the big potato. It's a mouthful.
Oh, I bet.
And to load up 2 massive stages before biting off that piece.
Any advice for a newbie like myself?
Find people to ride with.
Okay.
Because kind of like yesterday's last 10 miles, probably the last 20, 30 miles. I might be exaggerating a little bit, but there's a headwind.
Oh, for me, the last 20, so 20 to the, so once we got to the double track,
Yeah, the Harriman Trail.
there was a guy on my wheel. I was like, man, you have to take a turn.
Yeah, dude, I need
And-
help, man.
And he never did.
Oh,
And then I led him to the turnaround. And I was like, then I finally pulled over. I was like, dude, I'm cooked. And he's like, took a turn. It was 10 seconds. And he's like, I can't do it. And then I took another turn, like caught up to a group. And then he took off away from me. I was like, come on. And it just was like
ouch.
spirit killing. Like,
Oh,
I was like, dude, you are just like, you just used me. Like, it was so hard. Yeah.
yeah, that Harriman Trail has soft gravel.
Oh, super loose.
It just is so demoralizing. Everyone's out of fuel, low on water. You're just grinding for the finish.
Okay, so one thing that was very clear to me yesterday was I do not know how to eat and like get my nutrition on the trail. Any tricks or tips for that?
Yeah. So there's only so much, generally sugar, carbohydrates, that our small intestine can consume per hour. If you overload that, you will quickly learn get diarrhea.
Oh, no comment, but
Yeah, you get the sugar farts and anyway, talk to any cyclist, and the undercarriage is open for all discussion. Anyway, in general, folks want to try to eat about 200 calories per hour.
200. And how many is in a gel pack? One of them? 100. Okay.
Generally. And so you can train yourself to eat and kind of train your gut. I like to call these long events basically a food parade. So eat early and often.
Okay.
As soon as you're behind, it's super hard to dig yourself out. So you can like put liquid calories mix in your hydration bladder. You've got all sorts of sweet bags, called feed bags. Whether that comes in gels or solids. Like for shorter days, like gel packets are great.
Yeah.
But after a while, like some folks, their teeth start to hurt. Like you just can't eat another sugary thing.
I started like feeling like I was gonna puke it up. I only had two gels the entire race yesterday.
Not enough.
And I was bonking so hard.
Yeah. So you look at your hydration mix. How many calories does that have per serving?
Okay.
What's palatable?
Yeah.
What flavors? Because you have to want to eat it.
Right. Yeah, because you do not want to eat during a race. Like it's the last thing you want to do.
Yeah, like yesterday, the first half, I mean, most people's hands are firmly on their bars.
Yeah.
A lot of these skinny tire, squirrely bar riders don't get to do mountain bike trails.
Right.
And that was full on mountain bikes. Like there were rollers, tabletops. You could double some of that.
Yeah, yeah.
Really air it out. And rocky and rooted. So some folks just entered the last flat gravel road section. I'm using bunny ears because it wasn't flat.
No.
And it was so soft. But they enter that so calorically deprived that just hurts.
That's where I was really just suffering, and
yeah.
I wanted to go take a nap under some trees and go take a little swim like I would do if I was bike packing, but
right.
It's like we're not here for fun.
Well,
here to race.
Just up here are the hot springs.
Okay.
So on your way down, you can stop and crawl in the water.
Nice.
This is such a beautiful ride.
It is. Right.
Do you like chocolate milk?
Love chocolate milk. I drink so much chocolate milk when I'm touring.
Okay. Yeah. So inside secret. At the grocery store just across from the race hotel, I think it's called Clover Dairy.
Yeah.
Their chocolate milk is like manna from the gods.
Oh my God. Have to go try some of that. I am recording. Is this?
Oh yes.
Is this that top secret?
No, well, I mean it is top secret, but
I mean, I am the president of a secret gravel society.
Oh.
But it's also like not that secret.
I want to learn the handshake.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, can you get the smell, the sulfur smell?
Yeah, no, it's nice.
We are right next to hot springs. I didn't fart, I promise. You know, I talked about sugar farts. Instructor has ever been like, we don't want para athletes. We don't want non-binary athletes.
Right.
We don't want people of color. Like, no one's ever been.
And they have such race directors. Race directors have such a hard job, and they do so much for the cycling community.
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
Thank you, race directors.
Yeah, race directors. Yeah. It's so easy to point out what people aren't doing well and pick on those things. Like large organizations like Lifetime, it's so easy just to say like, yeah, what they're doing wrong. But they really are getting a lot right.
Yeah.
Rebecca and her team are getting so much right. And I want to celebrate them.
Heck yeah. Thanks, Rebecca.
Yeah. Heck yeah, Rebecca. Queen of pain. All right.
Bike packers, yeah! Woo! Good job. Those are my people. Not that these racers aren't my people, not that you're not my people, Meg, but...
No, bikes are... we are a family.
Yeah, no, I love... That's so good to see. That's fun.
We're 8 miles from the start of the time trial.
Oh, jeez. 8 miles.
Yeah, well, we've got a... Remember what 8 miles felt like yesterday?
Oh.
Ouch! 8 miles to finish, but the 4+ mile time trial, it really is spectacular. Time trials are as hard as you want them to be.
Right.
You can go... Well, I had this really awesome Kiwi coach on the national team, and he used to say, if you aren't crying, throwing up, or passing out, you can go harder. Oh man, I think about that sometimes.
Yeah. I felt like throwing up yesterday, so...
Oh, you did it right then.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't actually throw up, so...
Oh, well, you had a little bit more to give then.
Yeah, I guess. Oh. Yeah, last morning was so beautiful, just perfectly clear. And I'm sure you probably took the same route we did, because we drove in through Missoula just because I wanted to go into Montana, to be honest.
Yeah.
And there was quite a bit of smoke around the salmon here.
Yeah.
I don't know if you took that route.
Yeah, I did. Down through salmon. I picked up the cowboy hats. Rebecca, the winners, are giving cowboy hats for their triumph. Good morning!
Morning!
And they're made by this really rad dude named Roy in Salmon, Idaho at Jackson Built Hats. So good.
Nice.
Roy is an old cowboy auctioneer with the raddest little dog named Jackson, a Yorkshire Terrier that follows him around.
That is real cowboy country out there.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Pleasure's mine. It's gonna be hard. 5,
Go crush
4,
it.
3.
Oh, that's hard. The Loman Gravel Society is chartered by Old Man Mountain and Robert Axle Project, maker of the most versatile racks and finest through axles available. We are patroned by Nog, lighting up the night for over 20 years, Rare Gear, telescoping fly rods that are always ready. Additional support comes from Sugar Wheel Works, One Up USA, Kona Bicycles, Terravale Tires, and Carefree Camper Co.